All right, Joe, it's time for In the News. From USA Today, the workday working from home doesn't just feel longer, it actually is longer. Harvard Business School did a study of more than 3 million people in 16 cities across the globe and found that the average workday increased by 48.5 minutes during the pandemic's early stages. About 40% of hybrid or remote employees say their workdays have become longer in the last 12 months. About 67% of employees surveyed agree that their expectations of flexibly working have increased. Now, I've been telling you this is coming, this trend. Well, I just want to kind of work these hours. And it's interesting. 55% agree that flexibility is a factor in whether they stay with their employers. So here's what's going to be very interesting. The desire of people for flexibility colliding with companies' adaptability on, are they willing to do this? Somebody asked me yesterday here in the office, a colleague said, where's the 40-hour work week come from? And to be honest with you, I don't know. I haven't done the history on it. It doesn't matter. But it is a cultural, certainly an American cultural norm. Working 9 to 5, Dolly Parton made a song out of it. All right. The reality is that the 4-day work week, if you're looking for 40 hours, and that's the cultural norm so far still, a company's going to be fine with you working Monday through Thursday. If you're working 40 hours and you're going, well, I'm doing it Monday through Thursday, I'm working 10 hours. And I don't know how companies are policing these remote workforces. We didn't do it for very long at Ramsey Solutions. So I don't know how you police it. That's scary and creepy. People working at home, what's going on there? So what does it come down to? The point I'm making is productivity is really the measurement, not so much the amount of hours. So why is the day extending? I'll tell you why. Because you used to go to work and you used to go home. Now you don't go to work. You walk from the bedroom or the kitchen to the office, and there is no, well, I got to go home. I want to see my kids. They're running around bothering you all day. So you're like, I don't actually want to see those little ruffians. I want to stay locked in my computer so they'll leave me alone. Just keeping it real, folks. For some of you, it's I'm sitting down in front of this computer. I got distracted earlier today, so I walked the dog because the dog was really cute and brought his little tennis ball up to me, and I just couldn't say no, so I spent 45 minutes on the walk instead of 20 because I saw 2 neighbors, and we started talking about our kids, and all of a sudden you go, well, I feel guilty, now I got to work another hour. I could go on and on and on with all of the myriad of reasons why people are working longer. So be careful what you wish for. I can't wait for the news stories and the data on the backlash here, because I think we are going to see a big shift. But then I think you're going to see more people experiencing what they call burnout, and burnout's just a symptom. It's not an actual source. Burnout's what you feel. What your experience is build up on the heart. Build up. Just like plaque on your teeth. It just builds up, builds up, builds up. You can't ever get away from the work because you're working from home. I don't care if you're wearing shorts and sandals and taking the dog on the walk or not. It's going to eventually suck your soul right out of your body. Not to mention the fact that we are relational beings. We are made to relate, made to connect. And that's why we're seeing depression and suicide skyrocket among school kids. The very kids that hate school would just do about anything to go back to school. Why? Because they need community. They need relationship. You lock a kid up and they can't do anything but play online, and that's what you're doing on Zoom. It's not good for you. So I'm not anti-remote work. I'm saying the data shows us that people that are working remotely at home are working more. And I doubt your productivity has gone up. So, might be time to get out of the old home office and make that a fallback, a rare occasion. Even if you got to go to a coffee shop in your area, I don't care. Go to the park. Something to think about.